What's good, fam? What's going on? It's your boy AP the Fragrance King, man. I'm coming at y'all today with another video. Today, I'm going to be talking to y'all about two fragrances, okay? Two, that I hope that you all are going to want to add to your collection after this. And I hope that I didn't waste my money. But I don't know what's going on in the fragrance community, man. I don't know what's going on in frag world, whatever, man. But these fragrance houses have been pumping out fragrances, and it's like they're trying to compete with each other, and they've been pumping out bangers, all right. And it's been lesser known houses like the Joe Milanos of the world. Armaf has been pumping out some crazy fragrances, and it seems like with Armaf they get better and better and better each time they release a fragrance or inspired by fragrance, right? Today, Armaf is going to be one of those companies that I'm going to be talking about because of a fragrance that they released in 2024. I believe it was 2024. I'll make sure that I get the correct answer for that. But they released a fragrance that I believe, I've heard that is a very good fragrance, right? The CEO of Armaf himself deemed this fragrance to be his signature scent. And because he deemed it to be his signature scent, of course, everybody went out and started jumping on it. And you got some reviewers out there that talk about the fragrance, but I don't see a whole lot of reviewers out there talking about the fragrance for whatever reason. All right. This particular fragrance is supposed to be inspired by another fragrance by a popular designer brand in East St. Laurent. Okay. And we all know YSL pump out some bangers. They've been on fire for the last 3 or 4 years, right? So we're not even gonna waste any time. But I want to tell all my people out there, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Without y'all, I wouldn't be anything, right? I do this because I love it. If you got somebody out there that you feel like will enjoy this content, please share the video with them. If you watch the video, like it. If you like the video, if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down because I can always get better, man. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I just want to bring y'all good content without a whole bunch of fluff to it, right? So like, share, and subscribe if you feel like that's what you need to do. I appreciate y'all. So we're going to jump right into it, man. And so today, the first fragrance that we're going to talk about, like I said, it's supposed to be the signature scent of the CEO of Armaf. And I'm talking about none other than Armaf Infinity Silver. I don't even know if y'all can see that because of my light won't let me be great. But it's a nice presentation to the outside of the box. It flips up like this right here, and then that's what the fragrance look like that's sitting on the inside of it, right? That's what the fragrance look like that's sitting on the inside of it. So let's not wasting the time. Let's get this fragrance out the box and let's see what it smells like. All right. The top comes up just like this right here. Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get a couple of sprays in the air, see what the atomizer is like. Oh man, that's a real nice distribution right there. I like that. The fragrances that don't have a real nice distribution, I feel like you end up wasting sprays because the fragrance end up running down your arm or running down your neck. To me, that's a waste of money, man. If I'm gonna go out and spend my money on a fragrance, I want the atomizer to be pretty good atomizer. All right, that's to all y'all fragrance companies out there. Make sure y'all invest in y'all atomizers. Off first spray in the air, I can tell you this is absolutely a scent right off the back that I love. Um, I got to look up the notes, but I love this scent profile. Um, it definitely coming off the top, man. It's real fruity. I smell like it smells as if it got orange blossom in it. I don't know that for sure. Some fruits, a little bit of citruses, right? It's a powdery fragrance. Smell like it might have lavender in it. But you know what it puts me in the mind of? It absolutely puts me in the mind of YSL, myself, La Parfum. YSL, myself, La Parfum. With a twist though. A lot of people say this smell like a discontinued fragrance. YSL Otein, L'Homme Otein. And L'Homme Otein smell good. And I don't know why YSL discontinued that fragrance, but this fragrance kind of puts you in the mindset of that particular fragrance and YSL Myself La Parfum, which is a great, great fragrance. To me, that's my favorite from the Myself line. Okay. But yeah, it smells just like that on paper. And it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. Let's look up the notes for it. Let's look up the notes for it. All right. So, according to Fragrantica, um, top notes for this is going to be bergamot, um, pepper, and lemon. Okay. Middle notes are going to be white flowers, woody notes, and rose. Base notes are going to be woody notes, tobacco, and amber. You can absolutely smell the tobacco in this fragrance. You can smell it as it continues, as the fragrance goes through that process. The tobacco kind of seeps through a little bit, but I can imagine that the tobacco is probably going to be prominent on the dry down. So if you are a fan of tobacco in your fragrances like me, I think tobacco fragrances, especially if you're somewhere that you get all 4 seasons, are some of the most beautiful scents that you can have in your collection. Especially for those cold fall nights, if you want to go on a date night, you can't go wrong with tobacco. But this fragrance is a must-have. Um, Y'all need to go out and get it. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving it my stamp of approval right now, man. This is off the back, right off the back. I'm telling you that this fragrance is a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10 because it has a familiar scent DNA, but it's replicating that the right way. It's replicating that the right way, man. So go out and get it. You can get it. You can get this thing on discounters, Joma Shop, probably for about $50 to $60. You can get it for about $50 to $60 on Joma Shop. And for the price point, you don't need to go out and spend $150 on YSL, Myself, and all that. You can get that and smell just as good, just as great. Who cares how much it costs, man? We only care about smelling good, right? So if you care about smelling good, then go out and get the fragrance. I'm telling you right now, it's a 9.5 out of 10. You can absolutely blind by this. You can absolutely blind by this, right? Looking up some of the stuff for this, it looks like a lot of people are reporting that you're gonna be able to get about 8 to 9 hours of wear out of this. And for the price point, you can't go wrong with that. That's all we ask for is for longevity, and we ask for a little bit of projection on our fragrances, and that they don't dissipate as soon as you put them on your skin, right? So if that's you and you want to smell good, feel good, and you want to look the part, then go out and get Armaf Infinity Silver. Armaf Infinity Silver. All right. Go out and get it. All right. So the next fragrance that we're going to talk about is a fragrance that has gained a lot of notoriety in the fragrance community. I was late to the game on it. I ain't gonna lie. Um, I was late to the game on it because I was a big proponent of the fragrance that is supposed to be replicating or it's supposed to be smelling similar to, right? So I like the real deal, but if I can find something that don't cut corners and it smells similar, even if it's got a little bit of twist, I'm gonna rock it. And if you ask me what I'm wearing, I'm gonna absolutely tell you that I'm rocking X, Y, and Z. So without further ado, we moving on from Armaf to another house, Afnan. Y'all are familiar with Afnan. Afnan is one of those companies that's been around for a minute that creates some bangers of fragrances, and all of their fragrances do well. They project, they last long, they don't just turn into a skin scent within 3 or 4 hours. These things absolutely are performance monsters for the most part, right? And so why would they do anything different with this fragrance? And the fragrance that I'm talking about is none other than Afnan Turathi Blue. All right. So Afnan Turathi Blue. So if you've heard anything about Turathi Blue, then you know that they say it smells like Tiger by Bulgari. Bulgari Tiger. Bulgari Tiger is one of the most beautiful ginger scents that I've ever smelled in my life. One of the most beautiful ginger scents I've ever smelled in my life. Tiger is I would say a top 5 fragrance of all time across all fragrance houses. A top 5 all time. All right. This is what the inside of this particular case look like. The bottle sits beautifully in there, right? It sits beautifully in there, and then this is what the bottle looks like. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, right? That's beautiful. Now, what's going to be important is what actually comes out of this. Is it going to be, what is it hitting on? Let's see. Let's see. We're going to get a couple of sprays on a testing strip. Oh, man. They even caught up with the atomizers, man. The atomizers on these are better than some of the ones on some of my higher end fragrances, my $400 and $500 bottles of fragrances. I love that. And because I'm a fan of Bulgarian Tiger, I just sprayed this in the air on this testing strip, and it smells just like Bulgarian Tiger. I don't even gotta say nothing else, right? Because for them to get that DNA right off the back, it's telling me everything that I need to know. Oh my goodness. Can you smell that? Can you smell that? This is heaven in a bottle. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. This is heaven in a bottle right here. This is heaven in a bottle right here. Listen, what I just smelled, what I'm smelling on this testing strip should be a crime. You should not be able to create a fragrance that smells this good and can compete with the person that invented the DNA. If I'm Bulgari, I'm pulling a Drake. Nah, I'm just kidding. I probably won't pull a Drake, but if I'm Bulgari, man, I am saying to myself, shit, I got to step my game up because that means somebody that caught me. With these big fragrance houses, you can't become stagnant. You got to continuously step your game up because some of these up and coming fragrance houses are figuring it out. They are figuring out the formula and they're creating fragrances that smell similar to your top fragrances, and they add their own twist to it, and it smells phenomenal. I'm going to get me another bottle of that. I'm going to get me another bottle of that because I'm sure that I'm about to put a huge dent in this right here. That's ridiculous, man. Let's look up the notes. Let's look up the notes. Smells amazing. 10 out of 10 fragrance. 10 out of 10. Let's look up the notes. So, according to Fragrantica, the main accords for this is citrus, musky, fresh, woody, amber, powdery, warm, spicy, patchouli, and fresh spicy. They ain't lying. It comes off right off the bat. It is a warm spiciness that I get right off the back as soon as you spray it. And it's a heavy dose of citrus, right? But it's citrus done right. It's not tart. It's not like a sharp citrus. It is a well blended burst of citrus that you get when you first spray that fragrance. And I'm gonna be honest, on that testing strip, I can't tell the difference between that and Bulgarian Tiger. I've heard that Afnan Turathi Blue lasts about 10 to 12 hours. If that's true, then it's already got Bulgarian Tiger beat on performance because I only get about 5 hours out of that fragrance. It smells beautiful for about 5 hours and then it becomes a skin scent. So the top notes that you're going to get in Turathi Blue is citruses. Like I said, middle notes are amber and woodsy notes. Base notes are musk, spices, and patchouli. I've been on fire for this week because I blind bought 4 different fragrances and I went 4. Well, I went 3 out of 4 because the Game of Spades Joe Milano Rouge, I like the fragrance, but maybe it's got to sit for a while. It does smell like Baccarat Rouge 540, but maybe it's got to sit for a while. But I talked about that in a previous video. This right here is the MVP. Go out and get it. If you don't want to spend $470 on Bulgarian Tiger, then guess what? I done found your alternative right here, man. You can smell just like the fragrances that I wear. And now I'm about to be smelling just like that too because I'm about to start rocking this. And I can preserve my Bulgarian Tiger. They smell the exact same. I would say this is about, in my personal opinion, this is about 95 to 96% Tiger. So anytime you get a fragrance that's in the 90s, similarity to a high-end fragrance that's popular, that everybody talks about, that everybody, if they can afford it, they get out and they go wear it, you can't go wrong with that, man. For this, you can find this on Joma Shop for about $40 or $50. You better get it while it lasts, because I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be trying to get this, man. Afnan Turathi Blue. Top notch, 10 out of 10 fragrance. Go get it. That's all my time for the day. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time, man, but that's your boy AP Fragrance King. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Send these videos out to your people, man. Recommend these videos to your people if they want somebody that's going to give them their honest take on it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's all my time once again, and I'm out.